Testing, testing. So it's Monday. It's a holiday. It's Columbus Day. Shout out to everybody who is off today that normally wouldn't be off. And shout out to those of you who normally would be off on a Monday. And now the rest of us are just clogging up your day. Super special shout out to those of you who are working today, because I know you would rather be off. But shout out to you if you are working today. Lord knows I understand what it feels like to be at work when it seems like everybody else is off. Anywho's, I hope the day is treating you well so far. I won't take up too much of your time. This was originally planned to be a pre-recorded stream that I was going to post later. However, the way my account is set up, I have run out of space, y'all. So I need to upgrade my StreamYard plan so that I can begin doing pre-records. It's not like I haven't done them before, but it has been quite some time since I've done them. I've been back in Jersey now for a little over a year, and the last time I did a pre-record was in Texas, just to give you a little bit of a idea of how long it's been. Shout out to AB Media 83 in the building. Shout out to all the 80s babies. We are aging gracefully, aren't we? I always say this, I'm not getting older, I'm just aging. I'm not getting old, I'm aging. Anyways, so today the title, as you can see, is Remove the Risk. Remove the risk. And you also see underneath me a quote of my own. This is something that I came up with a couple years ago, most likely while listening to someone in the space. And I said, you know what? I'm going to bookmark that for myself. And look at us now. It is appropriate for today's discussion. When digital existence supersedes physical integrity, legacy loses. What do you think I mean by that? When you hear those words strung together into a sentence, what does it make you think of? When digital existence supersedes physical integrity, legacy loses. I mean, I could apply that statement to so many things right now, occurring right now. Even though I said this a few years ago, it is ever more potent in October 2025. Our digital existence, our chip body, our social media presence, I don't think it was ever intended to supersede our physical integrity. However, the fact that it has, in many cases, points toward a loss of legacy. And I'm going to talk about that utilizing two things that I recently came across on social media. See, I'm not one of these people who thinks that social media is bad. I think it's great. I think our relationship with it has the potential to be good or bad. But in and of itself, social media is a powerful tool. I use many tools. I use astrology as a tool. I use my diction as a tool. I use my understanding of the English language as a tool. I use my expanding use of the Spanish language as a tool. Many things can be used as tools. Social media is just one of them, right? AB Media says, when you're so worried about what somebody thinks of you online that you lose who you are personally. Nailed it. Nailed it. That's exactly what I'm referring to. So many of us are worried about how we are perceived online that we lose who we actually are when we log off, when we step foot outside the door. And I just think that there is so much more to us than our digital footprint. While, yes, that can be a large part of your being, a large part of your persona, who you are when you are away from a screen or away from a machine means a lot more to me. I'll speak for myself. It means a lot more to me. Who you are on the inside, who you are based on your experience, what you have learned, what you've become, who you will become, right? Because I'm also a firm believer in you should continuously learn. I know many things, but I do not know it all. My endeavor is to continue to learn for each day that I am here. But I digress. Let's get into a video. I am going to pause the music that you hear playing so I can pull up this video. It is a screen recording that I took from my phone. So, firstly, I want to shout out who I got the screen recording from, which is Don't Be a Viking podcast. The clip was reposted on TikTok, and a young lady added some commentary to it. Now, I'm going to also provide some commentary myself. Gonna exit the solo layout. And actually, let me remove this. Hold on a second. Because I don't know why, but my StreamYard is wigging out. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so let me add the video. I'm going to play it. And if you could just let me know in the chat if you're having trouble hearing it so that I can restart it.
Some women can't understand logic when they don't agree. And it's not that they don't understand, they just don't like it.
Ooh, I look fine today. Let me post it for the world to see. Because what are you posting it for? To get that attention. It's as simple as that. There's no other reason to post. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this. If a dude tell y'all, you can post the same stuff you've been posting. Post whatever you want. But make your page private and delete all mails off your page that's not family member. How would you feel about a dude saying that? Would you think he tripping or you like, okay, yeah, let's do it?
That's controlling.
So you would think he tripping?
Yes, that's controlling.
Trinity, you would think he tripping?
I would. I'm not gonna.
So
Narcissistic.
Okay, they just said they posting for themselves. They doing it just because it look good. They just said it's not no unloyal aspect to this. But when we take males out of the equation, you the bad guy. But before you take them out of the equation, they just posting for themselves.
I'm going to stop it right there. Now, it's a 2-minute clip, so we're going to finish the rest of it. It's not long at all. How many of us have posted things to our social media hoping that one person in particular sees it? Put a 1 in the chat if you can relate. Go on and put a 1 in the chat if you can relate to posting something on your socials with the intention of it reaching one set of eyes only. Now, you know other people are going to see it, but you specifically want this one set of eyes to see what you have posted. I put the first 1 in the chat because guess what? I've done it more than one time. I am super guilty of posting something with the intention of getting attention from one particular person or maybe a few. But I say this to say that we have all had some kind of experience with that scenario, whether we are the person it was intended for or we were the person intending to have it viewed by that other person. Shout out to the cynical one. Hey, girl. If you follow me on TikTok, it just made me remember I reposted a video that Not Carlton Banks made uh in comedy, we'll say, to the singer Kim. And I am not a fan of the man's music, but this video was hilarious. It was so spot on. Anyway, the way he says, "Hey girl." Anyway. So yeah. So we've all been here where it's like you're posting because you want somebody to see it. Now, the ladies that this man is talking to in the video, they are um trying to get him to they're trying to sell him on the idea that they're not posting things for a specific person to see. They're not posting things for attention. They posting it because they like it and they think it's something that they should be proud of, right? I'm paraphrasing here, but that's what they're trying to get him to buy into. Luckily, he's smarter than the average bear, so he knows that that's not really what it is. Let's go back to the video.
It can't be for y'all sales, and it can't be just because you feel good. Because I'm still saying, babe, post it, baby. Do your thing. Post whatever you want to post, however many times you want to post it. Let's just take the men that might pose a threat to our relationship or trying to get in between what we got going. Let's take them out the picture. Babe, keep doing what you're doing, but let's take them out the picture. Remove the risk. Now I'm tripping. So don't they click in y'all head that maybe I'm not just doing it just for me, or maybe I'm not just doing it just because I feel good.
And did y'all hear one of those women call him narcissistic? One of these ladies called him narcissistic, or called the person who is asking her to remove the risk, so to speak, narcissistic. And I'm just going to say, I think that's weird. I think that's really odd that you would look at it that way instead of understanding that this is someone who cares about you, saying there are threats on the outside of our relationship that can become threatening to our relationship. How about we remove those risks in support of the foundation to this relationship? He gets called a narcissist. I think we need to stop using that word so much. I think we need to all go back and look at what that word means before we use it again.
Can we agree to that now?
I still can't
Oh, we
agree.
gotta agree.
They'll swear up and down. They want a strong man. They want a leader. They want a logical man. But when that logic contradicts with their feelings, or until that logic exposes that they're wrong, then suddenly you're negative, you're toxic, you just don't get it. No.
I'm going to run that back and let it play all the way through. But I also want to highlight what Mr. Shug to you said, which is that women's greatest superpower is manipulation, be it by words or actions. And this is what I mean about the loss of legacy, because women's greatest superpower is being just that, a woman. However, in 2025, I think Mr. Shug to use words ring more true, because we've lost the legacy of womanhood. We've bastardized what it means to be a woman. We've made it okay for women to call men names sheerly by their dedication to holding up what it means to be a man. it's no longer seen as manhood. We've attached words like toxicity, narcissistic, gaslighting to things that men have typically done to establish and hold order that women were always supposed to maintain. So, yes, women's superpower has become manipulation by word and action because we've decided, no, instead, I'm going to just be a name calling troll in YouTube chats rather than uphold my position as either a woman, a mom, or wife. I'd rather forego the glory and the reverence associated with those three titles to be something other, something lesser, right? This is how this conversation comes about, because if you take a step back from the landscape, zoom out and just take a look across any social media platform, and you see what is out there and available that folks are making available. You're feeding your digital existence by posting certain things. And like I just said a few moments ago, I am guilty of doing the same thing, posting things for a reaction, posting things for attention, posting things to get one set of eyes to see, specifically for the purpose of getting a reaction or attention from that person. However, I am single. There is no one who has stepped forward to say, Latoya, I want to claim you as my woman. Therefore, we are embarking on this relationship together. Here are the tenets by which I expect you to follow, right? Because if someone were to do that, I would happily remove the risk. I would happily stop posting certain things to get that attention. But while I am single, I will post. Now, I'm here for whatever feedback that garners me. That's why I'm doing this stream right now, right? Because I saw it as an opportunity to highlight a way in which I am a hit dog hollering, but I also see the importance of removing the risk. Two things can be true. Shout out to Third Ward Colombian in the building. Let's replay the clip.
Some women can't understand logic when they don't agree. And it's not that they don't understand, they just don't like it.
Ooh, I look fine today. Let me post it for the world to see. Because what are you posting it for? To get that attention. It's as simple as that. There's no other reason to post. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this. If a dude tell y'all, you can post the same stuff you've been posting. Post whatever you want. But make your page private and delete all mails off your page that's not family member. How would you feel about a dude saying that? Would you think he tripping, or you like, okay, yeah, let's do it?
That's controlling.
So you would think he tripping?
Yes, that's controlling.
Trinity, you would think he tripping?
I would. I'm not gonna.
So are you-
Narcissistic.
Okay, they just said they posting for themselves. They doing it just because it look good. They just said it's not no unloyal aspect to this. But when we take males out of the equation, you the bad guy. But before you take them out of the equation, they just posting for themselves. It can't be for y'all sales, and it can't be just because you feel good. Because I'm still saying, babe, post it. Baby, do your thing. Post whatever you want to post, however many times you want to post it. Let's just take the men that might pose a threat to our relationship or trying to get in between what we got going. Let's take them out the picture. Babe, keep doing what you're doing, but let's take them out the picture. Remove the risk. Now I'm tripping. So don't they click in y'all head that, maybe I'm not just doing it just for me. Or maybe I'm not just doing it just because I feel good. Can we agree to that now?
I still can't.
We gotta agree.
They'll swear up and down. They want a strong man. They want a leader. They want a logical man. But when that logic contradicts with their feelings or until their logic exposes that they're wrong. Then suddenly you're negative, you're toxic, you just don't get it. No.
Crazy pants. Just for me. Yes, we are posting it just for me. No, we're not. No, we're not. That was cute. But I mean, come on. That's the thing too. As women, we got to come with better arguments. Like if it's easily debunked, if it's too easy to poke holes through, keep it, sis. Just keep it. Save that for your drafts. Come back and work on it later because I am not yes, I post things for me. Yes, I do because I love it myself. However, because I love it myself, I'm posting it because I want you to love it too. I want you to see that I love it. I'm not just posting it for me. Otherwise, I would keep the pictures in my phone. I would keep the video in my phone so I could go look at it. The whole reason I'm broadcasting it from my Instagram, I'm broadcasting it from my TikTok, I'm broadcasting it from my YouTube is because I want y'all to see the greatness of me. Whether y'all agree or not is inconsequential. I've already deemed it great. So I'm sharing it with you because I think you should see this greatness. Whatever it is. You know, it's silly to call a man names simply for calling it out as he sees it. And this is why men are necessary, right? To tell us, hey, let's remove the risk. I really want to build something here with you. And I don't think I can do that as well if you are opening us up to attack. And I know that's a strong word to use, but it's essentially saying, yeah, I'm in this relationship, but I'm over here on Instagram dropping it low and spreading it wide for anybody who wants to take a look, right? Now, again, I'm going to remind y'all that I have not been picked. I am a pick me that has not been picked. For that reason, I'm going to post whatever the heck I want, right? Within reason. Within reason. You don't need to see my coin purse. You don't need to see the parts of me that are reserved for when I am picked. But the truth of the matter is, there is a level of attention that I am seeking when I post things, whether it be my words, pictures, videos, a share of someone else's words. I am posting it for engagement at the very least. Okay. But there is an importance of removing the risk for sure. Shout out to UFO Kamikaze. I saw you slide in here. He said he was rarely active on social media back when he was married, and I'm gonna be the same way. To be honest with you, this is not a solicitation for marriage. However, I've already made that decision that when it comes to being in relationship, that's a conversation that needs to be had. Hey, are you okay with this, and this? What is it that you think I can do to solidify the union that we are building? What is it that I can take away? How can I remove the risk? Good morning, Lion 917. Indigo Flow said he's dropping in. Hey, sugar. You know, not everybody can call me that. He says, nah, for real though, women really be trying to come off dumb. Switch the genders and all of a sudden they had it the whole time. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And that leads me to the next thing I want to share with you guys. And then I'm going to get out of your way. This is a screenshot that I took from Twitter. And I'm going to try to read it in a less a less callous way. So that you guys can read it for yourselves, but I'm not gonna verbatim read it. Janesse Jamaica, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but shout out to her for this tweet back in September. Do not go out and be a hoe, she says. I don't give a F what social media is glorifying or what that ninja did to you. Don't keep a side ninja. Don't F his friends because he hurt you. Don't have sex with random MFs just because. Stop posting statuses about the ninjas you can take. All that is fun and games till you end up burned, pregnant by a ninja you barely know or who doesn't want anything to do with you, or alone because nobody wants somebody that's been with everybody. I promise you, nothing good will come out of your whole stage. Grow the F up. Stop letting social media tell you that ish is funny or cute. Like, for real. Y'all hear me out, G. Now, some could argue that she could have strung that together with better wording. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I think that she got the point across. And I like that she's being realistic. I like that she's clearly speaking to other women about, hey, like, don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for the okie doke. Yeah, it's cool when everybody's liking pictures and sending DMs. But in real life, like I was saying earlier, when you log off, when you're away from a screen, when you're engaging with people one on one in the physical, that's when your integrity really counts. So it's kind of like, hey, if this is who you are and you want people to receive you that way, then make sure it matches. Third World Colombian says, I had a woman try to play me like that in the past with social media. And I was telling her the same thing. The dude in this video was saying about removing the risk. She wasn't feeling it. I felt that. You made the right decision. I'm sure you dodged a bullet there, third. Because one thing a woman is going to try to do is play you if she can. Big facts. I want to say thank you to everyone for hitting the like button. I really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me this morning just for this quick little live stream and for understanding the sentiment behind removing the risk. I'm going to say it one more time. You see it scrolling there. When digital existence supersedes physical integrity, legacy loses. Indeed, it does. If y'all want to hit the Cash App, you can feel free to go ahead and do that. It's $JRZYLIONESS. And whatever you donate, I will be putting towards upgrading my StreamYard. But in the meantime, again, I want to thank you for spending some time with me this morning on your day off, or if you are at work, on your day at work. I hope I've provided some levity to the day. I hope I've given you some peace, some ease, and some of whatever you please. If not, don't worry. There's still plenty of time left in the day for you to go get some of that. I am going to end out here. You know how I like to end my streams, and that's with peace, ease, and whatever you please. I will see y'all again soon.